Prego.
Forse ci hanno tutti insieme una volta. Ok, una per una, ok, pulito, ok. Va bene, allora salve a tutti, iniziamo con la proclamazione della commissione già si è riunita per valutare i candidati della laurea triennale in economia aziendale e quindi adesso procediamo con la proclamazione. Ci sentite? Gli altri commissari comunque sentono? Fabrizio e Anna Maria?
No, avevo cambiato la webcam per modo che si vede. Aspetta, fammi vedere se la va bene.
Tutto ok.
Il candidato,
allora, il candidato prego, qua davanti.
Aspetta che devo sistemare. Qua davanti alla cassa, qua davanti alla cassa. Aspetta.
A posto, bene. Salve.
Posso vedere su Zoom un attimo per vedere se la webcam è messa bene?
Come si fa?
Beh, però se i ragazzi per i ragazzi.
Direi di sì, Cecilia.
È un candidato alla volta, facciamo.
Sicuro, la camera una,
ok.
Dove...
Adesso
Allora, passiamo alla proclamazione. La commissione si è riunita, ha approvato l'esame di laurea. Lei è Burratti Andrea Maria? No. Quindi siamo allora è importante. Questo qui, lei è? Oleg Glukaniuk. La commissione ha approvato il suo esame di laurea, pertanto le conferisco il diploma di laurea in economia aziendale con la votazione di 97 su 110. Congratulazioni. Finisce qui, lavoriamo sulla programmazione. Complimenti ancora. Auguri a tutti voi e se uscite da dietro. Giustamente perché non seguono.
Quando ridi
Uno ride.
Allora, sta entrando Burra.
Iniziamo bene. Prego. Qui? Giustamente si vuole far entrare anche i familiari. Prego.
Un po' più qui, per favore, almeno la prendiamo.
Sì, no, è perché è collegamento online. Lei è Burratti Andrea Maria. Bene, allora la commissione ha approvato il suo esame di laurea, pertanto le conferisco il diploma di laurea in economia aziendale con la votazione di 93 su 110. Congratulazioni e in bocca al lupo per tutto. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Martoni Irene.
Magari tutti quanti per restare gli studenti, ma c'è la pubblicità per solo gli studenti. Vogliamo alla fine chiamarli solo gli studenti, di fare il discorso se vedete sono. Perché in realtà possono ancora iscriversi.
Loro sì.
Vogliamo poi.
Buongiorno.
Salve, lei è Irene Martoni?
Sì.
Bene. La commissione ha approvato il suo esame di laurea e pertanto le conferisco il diploma di laurea in economia aziendale con la votazione di 88 su 110.
Grazie.
Congratulazioni.
Grazie. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Mi scusi, sì, se poi a conclusione può dire anche agli altri suoi colleghi di rientrare soltanto per le informazioni per il post laurea, va bene? Solo per candidati. Minasi Luigi. È brutto così.
No, l'abbiamo sempre fatto.
Salve, lei è Luigi Minasi.
Aspetta un attimo che entra noi per
Prego. Diciamo la cerimonia è molto breve, causa Covid, però diciamo, siete tutti?
Sì.
Allora, lei è Luigi Minasi. Bene, quindi la commissione ha approvato il suo esame di laurea, pertanto le conferisco il diploma di laurea in economia aziendale con la votazione di 105 su 110. Complimenti, in bocca al lupo per tutto, come dicevo alle vostre colleghe, quando termina quindi il prossimo collega rientrate voi laureati per le informazioni sulle lauree magistrali. Ok, vabbè. Grazie, arrivederci.
L'ultimo si chiama?
Moretti. Salve, buongiorno. Prego. È breve, quindi è bene che sia tutti quanti, in più va bene lo stesso. Allora, lei è Aurora Moretti?
Sì.
La commissione ha approvato il suo esame di laurea, pertanto le conferisco il diploma di laurea in economia aziendale con la votazione di 101 su 110.
Grazie.
Congratulazioni.
Grazie.
Adesso la prego di chiamare i suoi colleghi un attimo con noi per parlare delle lauree magistrali, se qualche informazione vogliamo dare. Grazie.
Io ho un'informazione, dovrei confermare questa certificazione.
Sì.
Perfetto, grazie.
Grazie. Se può chiamare i suoi colleghi, così ci vediamo un attimo.
Grazie.
Grazie e complimenti a tutti.
Arrivederci.
Grazie. Allora, come stiamo dicendo, adesso chiediamo un po' ai laureati se hanno già scelto la magistrale, se stanno scegliendo e diamo qualche informazione, va bene? E poi degli studenti magistrali e 2 studentesse, forse ne è soltanto...
Devi andare su Zoom, così almeno giro anche la webcam a questo punto, visto che tanto...
però c'è soltanto Daria Cosnica, vabbè, mancano un quarto d'ora. Quindi...
Sì, no, presto, dai.
Vede la commissione.
E loro quando arriva tu c'è più informazioni nei corsi. Qua entro quando dovrebbero ancora iscriversi? Siete spariti?
Aspetta che non mi ricordo.
Vabbè.
Entro i primi di maggio, entro la fine di...
Però diciamo sicuramente questa sessione pretermente ancora in tempi brevi.
Nella prima settimana di marzo noi gli insegnamenti del primo anno, del primo semestre, abbiamo una sessione di appello in più.
Che però parte lunedì in realtà.
Sì, perché le lezioni infatti cominciano adesso.
Ah, non ci si va più.
Sì, ma è meglio perché sennò si va troppo lungo.
Beh, quello è vero, perché poi tra poco
Poi Pasqua,
cose varie,
questo,
Pasqua.
È la cosa mia.
Sì,
Ma
no,
non mi sa che il messaggio non è arrivato.
non è
mi ha
arrivato,
chiamato.
saranno tutti a festeggiare.
No, vabbè, ma a tempo che scaricano i parenti dietro. Dai 2 minuti.
Sì, no, l'unica cosa è sulla pausa, quella di aprile, quella.
Beh, aprile è un po' lunga.
È un po' troppo, sono 2 settimane perché c'è pure Pasqua di mezzo. Tanto...
In che senso è lunga? Perché
No, nel senso, per esempio, io che non faccio l'esonero al primo anno, eppure mi sembra anche diritto pubblico, ragioneria, cioè al primo anno 2 settimane di stop non
È una
poco.
cosa.
lo so, però guarda che quando hanno fatto il calendario...
A che ora iniziamo? Scusate, a che ora iniziamo?
It's a question for me. I can hear.
Hello Daria, how are you?
I'm fine. Do you?
Abbiamo tolto l'audio perché stavamo discutendo di alcune cose e diciamo, essendo anche insomma, in diretta, tanto non era interessante per chi è collegato.
Iniziamo alle 10:30, vero?
Sì, 10 minuti
okay.
E iniziamo subito.
Daria, we have to wait 10 minutes, ok? And then we start.
Okay.
See you later.
We can start with the master degree session. Postnikova Daria. You are there? Daria Postnikova?
Yes,
Perfect.
I'm
Your professor Fabrizio Rossi can introduce you. Okay, we can start.
okay.
Hello, Daria.
Sorry, only you can
Yes.
say you can share your PowerPoint directly.
Okay.
Okay, please, Fabrizio.
Thank you. Hello, Daria.
Yes.
Where are you now? In Nizhny, I suppose.
Yes, I'm in Nizhny
Okay.
Novgorod.
Okay. How is the weather there?
It is cold and snow.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. We are glad to listen your presentation.
Yes.
You can go.
Please let me know when.
Yes, no, we can see.
Okay.
Please, the floor is yours.
Good
Daria, you
morning.
know that you have maximum 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Okay.
Yes, I know.
Okay. Let's go.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Postnikova Daria, and today I present my master's thesis on the topic of the performance audit of the sales process. Sales process is one of the key company's process which forms the financial result. Therefore, the performance audit of this business process is gaining popularity, and the relevance of the topic is expressed in the fact that today there is insufficient development of the theoretical and practical aspects of auditing effectiveness of the business processes. And the object of the study is the sales process, and the subject of the study is the procedure for performance of the sales performance audit of the sales process. The purpose of this work is defined as the development of information and methodological support for performance audit of the sales process. So to achieve this goal, we need to complete the task presented on the slide. The tasks correspond to the point of the paper plan and will be discussed further. The first chapter presents content and methodology performance audit of the sales process. The concept of performance audit and its components has been studied in detail. The purpose of performance audit has been identified. The tasks of performance audit were formulated using the morphological analysis and are presented on the slide. Next is a typical structure of the sales process in the companies. It was illustrated in my work and consisted of 8 stages. Methods for auditing the effectiveness of business processes were also considered, and methods that can be used as a part of sales process audit are identified. Then we selected and described criteria that characterize the sales process in terms of economy, productivity, and effectiveness. In the second chapter, a risk assessment and analysis of the company internal control system were carried out. Coca-Cola was chosen for the study, and an analysis of the structure of assets and liabilities, the ratio of their groups, liquidity ratios were made, and it was concluded that the company was in critical financial condition and could benefit from auditing the effectiveness of the sale process. The slide shows the structure of the sale process in the company. The paper provides a detailed description of the essence of the stages. based on analysis of the sales process structure and SWOT analysis. The risk of the process presented on the slide were identified. They were assessed in terms of the degree of influence and probability of occurrence, and the risk map was drawn up. It follows from it all that all risks above the red line require special attention. Assessment of the internal control system of the sales process according to COSA concept was carried out. It was tested by using the method yes, no, and the key takeaway, internal control system in the company is effective. In Chapter 3, the procedures and results of the performance audit of the sales process were considered. The audit plan and strategy was formed. More details can be found in the thesis. Some procedures were tested. First of all, using the method of control questions. An inquiry was formed with questions to determine the regularity and the regulation of calculation of efficiency criteria of the process under consideration. As a result, for the most part, the criteria are regularly calculated and analyzed in accordance with the regulations. Further efficiency was evaluated using the Delphi method. The experts were asked to rate the criteria in terms of the impact of the sales process from 1 to 10, and then where 10 is the strongest degree of influence. After that, the geometrical mean and integral index were calculated, and according to expert assessments, the selected criteria are significant and important for tracking the effectiveness of the sales process. Then next, two alternatives for building the company sales process were identified. For alternatives, those indicators were calculated that according to expert opinion were scored more than 7.5 in the average value. And in the result, the first alternative is more efficient. For clarity, a diagram was constructed. It was constructed by using spiderweb method according to other criteria for the same alternatives. As can be seen from the figure here, the first alternative is more efficient too. So the current sales process is more efficient than the previously proposed one. And as a conclusion, we can say that an extensional theoretical basis for the implementation for performance audit of the sales process was presented. A methodology for auditing the sales process was developed. The economic characteristics of the company were given. Analysis of the business processes at the enterprise was carried out. A plan and strategy for performance audit of the sales process in the company were created, and at the end, the part of procedures was tested in accordance with the audit plan and strategy and developed methodology. Thanks for attention.
Thanks, Daria. Your presentation for me is complete, so it's okay. I want to say that Professor Malishenko helped us for this discussion, and so I wanted to say thank you to Professor Malishenko for this. Okay, for me it's okay.
Thank you.
Welcome. La Commissione?
Sì, there are any question from the Commission? No?
No.
Okay, thank you very much, Postnikova Daria. Then we can consider the thesis and dissertation of Olga Romanicheva. Good morning, Olga.
Thank you for attention and have a good day.
You can
you have to wait
for the evaluation. After your presentations, we can evaluate, and after we give you the final remark and the degree. Now, Olga, good morning. Then you can illustrate your thesis, your work. You can share your PowerPoint presentation. And then Fabrizio, please introduce the work of Romanicheva Olga.
Nice to meet you, Olga. How are you? Okay, now we have problem with the audio.
Che poi non si vede neanche.
No.
No, there are problems.
Olga, you have to check your audio. Okay, try to speak. So we have problem with the audio. Okay,
Olga, try to ask. No.
Olga, the best way is that you ask from the call and then start again the call, the meeting, okay? Because we have problem with your audio. It's impossible to listen you.
Leave now, sorry, Olga. Try to leave the meeting and come back. Ok. Io senza audio.
Vabbè.
Senza audio eri?
Prova se...
No, ce l'avevi l'audio.
Okay.
Are you
Hello.
hear me?
Yes, okay, Olga. Nice to listen to you.
But yes, it's good, but now I have problems with the video.
Yes.
No problem. Start with the audio.
Okay.
Perfect. Great.
Perfect. Share your slides, please.
Yes.
Okay. No.
Are you see me? And my
yeah, it's okay. Okay, you can
presentation.
Start. Yeah.
So today I tell you about my master thesis on the topic assessment of the internal control system of the document flow under the direction docent of Fabrizio Rossi. The relevance of the topic is with increase in the requirements for checking documents at all stages of maintaining documentation in an organization according to Russian and international standards. The requirements for the quality of documentation have also increased, thereby making the issue of the quality of checking document flow more and more important. Thus, the question of ensuring control of document flow provided by financial departments becomes relevant. The practical significance of the work consists in the fact that based on the identified shortcomings of the internal control management system of the organization under research, First audit, GSC provides a solution to eliminate these shortcomings by developing a recommendation for the elimination. The object of the thesis is the enterprise GSC first audit. The subject is the system of the internal control of the document flow on the organization GSC first audit. The purpose of the master's thesis is analyzing and evaluating the internal control system of the document flow in the organization GSC first audit and developing and proposal for this improvement. In my thesis, I will determine the task of master's thesis, which you can see on this slide. In my thesis, I developed the methodology for the analysis of the system of internal control of document circulation, which includes methods, execution and target. This methodology includes 3 stages. The first one, collection and systemization of information. The second one, confirmatory and eliciting procedures. And the third one, analysis and assessment of the internal control system of document flow. The organization what I'm talking about is called GSC First Audit. Is a large international company that engage in auditing, consulting, tax, and legal advice. First of all, was done the test for assessing the internal control system by employees of the organization GSC First Audit using a point assessment, and was determined more risk factors. They are the department dealing with the verification of documents has its own clearly developed regulations, and it's responsible for each procedure. The second one, procedures do not duplicate each other. And the third one, the volume of work is distributed among employees, corresponds to the workload. There is no overwork. In my thesis, it was developed the risk map that you can see on the slide. It was developed internal control system assessment checklist that you can also see on the slide. Was made an assessment on the internal control system using the COSA cube, and you also see the main risk criteria. On the evaluation by employees, it marked red line. Then the results of assessment you can see by identified definitions in area according to the COSA method. Then identified during the analysis the shortcomings of the system of internal control of document flow of GSC First Audit, you can see on this slide. Then was made comparison of previously identified risk with the identified development zones. On the left side, you can see the type of risk, and on the right side, you can see development zone. The circles in the same color means the same type of risk and the same development zone. Then was made proposals for improving the system of the internal control of document flow. And on this slide, you can see the results of the survey on how many documents per day employees can process. And so was made the regulations for distributing the workload, then processing documents. Was made regulations of the responsible persons, and was made regulations for checking documents. And as a result of the research and analysis, The shortcomings of the internal control system of document flow were identified. A plan was prepared to eliminate them, and recommendations were developed to eliminate the shortcomings in the system and approve the development zones, which made it possible to improve the quality of the internal control of document flow of the organization GSC first audit. Approbation of the developed recommendation for the organization of GSC first audit was carried out. The procedure for distributing the load during the processing of documents, the procedure for responsible persons, and the procedure for checking documents was proposed. The developed regulations were provided to the organization as proposals for improving internal business processes, and in particular the internal document control system. Thank you for the attention. Ready to answer on your questions.
Thank you, Olga. Thank you for your presentation. I have no questions about this presentation, and thank you for your work, and to Professor Malichenko for his assistance.
Okay. Are there any questions for the student from the committee? No?
Okay.
Then Olga and Daria, we have finished the dissertation, but now we have the session, the meeting of the commission to evaluate your thesis. Then please, you have to wait and few minutes for the evaluation of your thesis. Okay.
Wait online, please. Wait online.
Online, yes, of course.
Online? Okay.
Okay. Remain online. Perfect. Thank you. Ok, ho già capito, quindi io li chiamerei. Ok, please, Olga and Daria.
Parlati un po' meglio con la telecamera.
Sì, forse è meglio. Olga e Daria, please open your webcam. We start with Postnikova Daria. The committee has approved the degree examination, your degree examination. Therefore, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Management, Finance and Controlling with the grade of 106.
Thank you.
Okay. Congratulations. Romanicheva Olga, the Commission has approved your degree examination. Thereby I confer upon you the degree of master degree in finance, in management, finance and controlling with a grade of 100.
Thank you.
Congratulations also for you. Then good luck for all and nothing. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Bye. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, Daria. Goodbye, Olga.
Thank you, goodbye.
Bye.
Allora, vado a chiudere il
Va bene. Quindi
Saluti alla commissione, grazie.
Grazie a tutti. Ciao.
Cecilia, sentiamoci per il
Sì,
questionario.
sì, per
il
questionario, sì, perché adesso il professore sta fuori, no? Non so se lo sai. Torna lunedì, quindi la prossima settimana facciamo il punto della situazione.
Ma se c'è già qualcosa lo posso già sperimentare in qualche azienda, almeno si guarda se torna bene le domande, quanto dura, insomma si fa.
Sì, perché tanto un test pilota credo sia opportuno farlo, come dici tu, quindi va bene, dai, ci aggiorniamo presto.
Bacio a tutti, bacio a
Buon fine
tutti.
settimana.
Ciao. Grazie a voi.
Ciao. Anna Maria. Vabbè, stavamo dicendo, niente, allora noi ci vediamo alle 9 con, sì, lunedì alle 9 per parlare un attimo del... Tu hai visto un po' gli allegati? Li hai visti gli allegati un po'?
In diretta?
Ah, allora siamo in diretta, quindi fai terminare lo streaming, vabbè, non so.
L'ho visto.
Aspetta, termina.